This episode of Off the Vine is brought to you by Chewy. That's chewy.com/vine to save $20 on your first order with free shipping. Nutrafol, get $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code VINE. Oak Essentials, get 15% off at Oak Essentials plus a free full-size balancing mist, which is a $44 value on every first order when you use code VINE15 at checkout. OakEssentials.com/vine15. Progressive. Quote at progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Off the Vine. All right, you guys, welcome to another episode of Off the Vine. I'm your host, Caitlin Bristow. Everybody we know and love her from Not Skinny, Not Fat, account, podcast, everything. Just always a real fun, hilarious catch up with Amanda. She just had Ryan freaking Reynolds and Caitlin Bristow on her podcast. So enjoy our conversation today. It's always a good one. Do you not fart in front of?
I do, but like I could tell that it's like every fart is like, you know,
What?
like a turnoff. I get turned off when he fart. Yeah.
Should we get you a mic?
Yeah, we started Ari.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, so,
No, I love it. No, I do.
sorry.
She used to she's in it to win it.
I love
Yeah.
love a third off the camera voice. It
It
Yeah.
is. It like adds like even a more professional vibe.
you literally chime in whenever you want.
Yeah.
Amanda's sister is here, everybody.
But about the farting, back to the farting.
Yeah, back to the farting.
I'm on one hand pro the farting.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, like, I don't love farts, you know?
Right.
Like, I don't
think they're
love
funny.
smelling them,
Yeah.
you know?
That's fair.
So, like, the fact that JoJo doesn't fart makes total sense because she is perfect.
We're, by the way, talking about JoJo
Oh,
and Jordan.
sorry. Why were you talking about JoJo farting off air?
Because, well, your sisters, was it your sister? Who were you just talking about that?
Well, we were saying that the girl that works with me had started watching The Bachelor
yes.
after your season. We said it was JoJo.
And then we talked about how perfect JoJo is.
Yeah, and then she doesn't fart next to
And I was like, yes, she does.
Does she fart in general? Probably not either.
If anyone's not farting, it's JoJo Fletcher. I just feel like, and if she does, it probably smells good.
Yeah.
I feel like
But I
her
think-
breath smells good.
I know that it's probably like it's like not sexist or chauvinist. I'm actually as someone who's been married for how long? I've been with my husband for like 14 years.
Wild.
Yeah. And I would say, like, I think in retrospect, leaving some things unshared would probably be, like, hotter, you know, to not poop with the door open or to not fart. Like, why do you need to do that?
That's a good point. I mean, I think about what I do in relationships. I feel like I just get to a point where I'm like, I'd rather not have stomach issues. And like, I'll go on fart walks. Which is funny because I heard Gabby talking about the same thing about how she goes on a lot of fart walks. From Bachelorette, Gabby.
She doesn't fart next to Robbie?
No, I think she does, which by the way, I literally have them in my notes because I was just scrolling and watched a little clip of them on a podcast and I'm obsessed with them.
You know what because Caitlin came on my podcast. So whenever this is out, listen to both of them because we're cross promoting. No, but.
And I always open up more on other people's podcasts than my own. It's bizarre.
But I was thinking about asking about it because I had this feeling after your breakup that you would like go les for a minute. And I
thought about it.
We did talk about on my podcast like your era. But I for some reason I had this feeling. I was like, you're gonna have a minute. You're gonna have a moment.
I thought I was too because I wanted to.
Yeah. And I also saw I love late in life lesbians.
So do I because I feel like even talking to Taylor yesterday.
Oh wow, Taylor is Taylor
late
is
in
like
life lesbian, but I feel like they're always just so happy and like in love.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's such genuine love and like I feel like I talked to Becca Tilley about this. She's like, nothing Haley does really gives me the ick. And I'm like, what? And like I just feel like
they're so cute too.
I feel like
I don't even know them. Becca was on Ben's season, so I did watch that.
Becca was on Chris Soul's season when I was on Chris Soul's season, and then I had been on my season and said, I have this. Becca was like, was there any guys on your season that you think I would like? And I was like, you should go on Ben's season. Yeah.
So I saw Becca on Ben's, and like I didn't, there wasn't like a huge connection with me with Becca then, but seeing her like love life on Instagram and their reels,
I know.
Like also like it's not annoying, and a straight
annoying.
couple's love reel would be annoying.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Totally agree. Like I even made
They could do collab posts all day. It wouldn't be
all
annoying.
day, and I would be like, that's
adorable. Yeah. I would think it's adorable. It's so funny that you say that because I feel the exact same way. There's couples out there that I want to throat chop, and then there's others that I want to be. And Becca and Haley and Gabby and Robbie are like, I made the joke. They just
happen to be lesbians.
I made the joke, but it also wasn't a joke that being gay is on my vision board, like fully gay. Because I'm like, I can dabble with a woman, but being fully gay could be on my vision board. I would love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then everyone would support you.
Yeah, finally.
Collab photos. It really is. There's like a thing. Maybe it's just us though. Maybe I'm sure, but by the way, I'm sure there are people that feel opposite, right? Than we do. But
for sure, of course.
And it sucks.
Yeah.
Right? They're like bigots out there. But I do love a late in life lesbian.
Yeah.
I think it's the same way I love when people get divorced.
You do?
Because
it's like a rebirth?
Because I believe that if they did that, then that's like the right thing for them.
Totally.
And that like they probably were really brave to do it.
Yeah. One of my favorite things when I ended my last relationship was multiple people saying congratulations or that they were proud of me or that must have been hard. And I was like, I did not see that one coming.
Yeah.
People said like one of my friends wanted to throw a party. Like congratulations party.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to do that.
Yeah.
And it has to be like,
you've got to be
pretty damn sure, have a party.
Yeah.
At a funeral.
Did you really?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
You know me. Of course I did.
You did a woo-woo thing? What did you do?
I did. A little funeral service, like a fake burial. And I'll tell you why.
I love how you say this like it's not weird.
It's so weird.
Wait, with friends? What'd you bury?
I did it alone.
You did it alone.
Yeah.
After you cold plunge, sauna. Fainted. Like
had a meltdown.
Wait, you did the burial by yourself?
Yeah.
What'd you bury?
Nothing. It was a fake burial. I didn't bury anything. It was all mental. It was like okay, I always sound so crazy. But it was something that I learned at Hoffman. And so it's more of a visual practice. Mm-hmm. And it is to say your goodbyes and make a little peace with it.
That's cute. Did it help?
Yeah, it does. It shifts something in the old brain that really goes to, I mean, was I like, all right.
Yeah.
No, but it really does do something in your brain to like, do I need to be wearing a bra? You can see my nip piercing, can't you?
You have a nip piercing?
Yeah.
That I didn't know. No, I didn't notice that. Why am I looking there?
Yeah, and a couple people have, and I'm like, fair enough, I am not wearing a bra.
No, so I wasn't even realizing.
Oh, okay, but
why? Why not be cute with cute little nips?
Oh,
I like it.
I feel like it really exposes how small my chest is.
Do you not like having us? I
actually love small boobs.
My sister, she got offended by me today because I don't know why. Maybe because I'm postpartum, but like an ad popped up for me that was like boob reducer bras.
Yeah.
So I sent them to my sister because she always says that she wants small boobs. So I was like, well, here's a boob reducer bra.
A boob reducer bra.
Yeah. So I sent it over to her and she got offended. She's like, okay, I'm not like, geez. Like, why are you sending me this? I'm like, you say you want smaller boobs.
I do love small boobs. It's one of my favorite parts of my whole body are my boobs.
Oh.
Yeah. It's just more like I just feel a little exposed right now.
No, I swear I was maybe looking at your bows. I swear.
Oh, yeah. That is, okay, good point. I went to that Prenuvo scan yesterday.
Uh-huh.
And I was like so scared that if I left my nip ring in that I would like...
Oh shit, so you took
just
it out.
Be pulled towards the machine like a big magnet.
Were you nervous to be in there?
Like claustrophobic?
Yeah.
A little bit, but I saw it and I'm like, oh, I'm fine. But then once I started going in, I was like, oh,
well, once they start putting the headgear.
Yeah, I started getting a little, I didn't realize all of that was going to happen.
Yeah.
And then they put like a weighted thing on your chest.
The weighted thing and the headgear.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, but it really helped because they put Netflix on the TV.
Oh, that is a game changer.
Netflix the whole time. I watched Grey's Anatomy.
You asked for, wait. You asked for Grey's Anatomy in the MRI?
Yeah.
You wanted to see people
It was comforting
dying.
to me because.
Okay. That's like literally like my mind would go to like a happy, funny show.
But again, it's me. Are you surprised by anything I do ever?
What it is? It's interesting.
I sleep to Grey's Anatomy.
Really? You know what? I had to stop watching it when I was binging it. I was probably like, I feel like looking back, I didn't get it then. I wasn't that in touch with my emotions back in, it was like 2013.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't have anxiety. It's just chest pain, or whatever.
Yeah.
But like that time of watching Grey's Anatomy.
Gave you anxiety?
Oh my God. Like looking back, I was like, binge eating, smoking cigarettes.
Oh,
like
shit.
I was just like not well and watching Grey's. And I feel like it's just
a little perfect storm for some anxiety.
Yeah. It's like it was a dark hole. And then at some point I was like, this is not fun. It's not fun.
Yeah.
I'm like crying hysterically.
Yeah,
it's like
that's not good.
Yeah.
I don't know what that says about me that I find it comforting,
I don't know either.
but it does.
It is comforting to you.
But
the
hospitals
plane crash is comforting.
Well, I think it's because I'm like, oh, it's not real.
Oh, okay. You can do that.
Yeah, I could do that. And I think that's what I do when they're like opening skulls and bodies and like seeing the insides. I'm like, oh, I wonder what sausage they used for that intestine. Like, I like separate
think about that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I like to find things that like they don't have continuity, like the fact that their cups are never have liquid in it.
Oh, you pay attention to that?
And every time they take a sip of something, they do a sound over of like slurping.
Oh, wow.
So I'm paying attention to
That's what you're doing? No, I
I do
can't with
when
you.
I watch Grey's.
Oh my God.
Go watch one episode
I know.
And-
wow, like that.
and
like
find
through
things
your...
like that, and it's fun to watch.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's yours? Like Sex in the City? New Yorker?
Actually, it's been New Girl lately.
Oh, I love New Girl.
But I have to say, and it pains me to say this because
Oh no.
no, is that like I was like, why did it end? And then when you get to season 5 on your rewatch, like you kind of get it.
You get why it ended.
Yeah, you get that like, wow, season
first
1, 2,
seasons were
3.
so fire.
Exactly. I had Jake Johnson on my podcast.
I was gonna ask. I thought I saw him on your
Oh my God,
podcast.
Caitlin, like I still like show me a clip
That's
of
Nick,
him.
right? Nick from
Yeah.
New Girl, yeah.
He's Nick.
He
Nick.
is?
He's Nick.
Oh,
Like he's literally Nick, and like the way he made me laugh, I was like, Nick.
I love
know.
when characters are actually who they are. Like I want Max Greenfield to be
I think
Schmidt
Max
so bad.
You want him to be who?
Schmidt.
Okay. Oh my God, I thought you said Schwartz, and I got worried.
No.
So I asked Nick when he was on. I was like, I think that you're the most your character, and he said no. He said that Schmidt is more Schmidt. And I was like, if Schmidt is more Schmidt than you're Nick, then Schmidt is Schmidt. Like,
That's
you know?
crazy.
Yeah, like they're literally just like that. And I think Lamorne is like Winston. I think they're all
like kind of similar to who they are.
Yeah.
Do you think Zooey Deschanel is?
I mean, she seems like a kooky little Jess.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh my gosh.
By the way, she looks exactly the same.
over all of the years.
Over all of the years.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
It's like crazy.
Who's your favorite person you've ever interviewed? You've been getting fire guests.
Thank you.
Like you're on that level now. You're on that level like where I strive to be.
Thank you.
But you've been working your ass off for 8 years.
I mean, 8?
Well, 8 podcasting, right?
No.
Just kidding. I didn't do my research.
25 years.
What?
Well, definitely 8. 8 is like how many years of my Instagram, I would say.
Oh.
Podcasting 2019, so that's 5. We were just talking about it today because I mean, that's still a lot of years.
Yeah, it's a lot of years.
That's a lot of years.
I've done 7 years and I'm not getting Ryan Reynolds.
Well, it's really not about the years because there are people that have a podcast for a day. You know what I mean? It's not about the years. But it really is like crazy because, first of all, my sister's here. I started with her and then threw her away the minute that. She's been, the way I would explain how my like Instagram started is like instead of sending shit to her, I was like, should I post this? Like, that's how it started.
Oh.
Be like, I'd always send things her way, like, how funny is this? Or how crazy is this? Or this celebrity gossip. And then one day I was like, let me see if I'll post it and people care. And that's how it started.
But what made you, hold that thought, because what made you think, did you already have somewhat of a following?
No. I started Instagram with memes.
And that got some
traction.
Okay.
And then I used to like send her celebrity gossip stuff, like, oh my God, how crazy this, how crazy that. And then one day I like posted it. And people liked it. So I was like, oh, people care. It's not just me.
Right.
And I remember she was even like, you stopped sending me things. And I was like, well, check my stories, bud.
Yeah.
So, but you know, what do you mean I still? I can't. When I got Ryan Reynolds for the podcast, I had to do so many talks with myself to like realize that it's for realsies.
Yeah.
I literally told my husband, like, I wanted to like, I mean, obviously this isn't a feasible thing, but I was like, I need to sit down with somebody objective who's not like my family, who will say like, well, yeah, you got him because you're amazing and do this.
Right.
Someone objective to be like, how the f did this happen? Like, someone sit down with me and try to like help me understand, because sometimes you're like, how did it happen? Like, there are moments where I can like understand it and, you know, pat myself on the back and be proud. But there are moments where I'm like, I need to sit down with someone and go step by step on like how this happened, because I don't know, you know, like how. I need to hire someone like a history explainer.
You really don't know how that happened?
No. Listen, I think it's probably like a mixture of things. We were talking about this before, that I do everything kind of my own.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's a piece of it, because I've created so many relationships and like, I don't know, like have become like in it. Like I feel like I also work in PR. Like I'm in it. Like I, you know, do my own emails and look at everything, but I don't understand. But I still don't understand. I'm like, you want to come on my show to promote Deadpool? Like, I don't think you need to, babe. Like that's my that. By the way, Ryan was so appreciative. And I know there's a lot of
fan.
Well, he was following me.
Oh.
And I remember, by the way, and this is just showing about like manifesting and being go-gettery.
Yeah.
When he started following me, obviously I noticed. And it was November of last year. And I sent it to his publicist. And I was like, Ryan on the pod?
Yeah.
And she was like, haha, like, maybe a press junket sometime. So if you guys don't know, a press junket is like when you see stars being interviewed, but it's kind of like press just comes in.
Right.
And it's not for like, it's just not how I would do it, right?
Right.
But I still was like super thankful. I'm like, yeah, one day maybe a press junket. Less than a year later.
Wow.
She was like, Ryan for Deadpool. And I was like, are you kidding me? But and he was so thankful, because I know like there's so much shit right now about his wife, Blake Lively, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And now people are trying to like paint him as like he's Canadian, you know. So like Canadian nicest person, hugged the producer here, hugged everyone. I was like, just hug me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And also the way that he was thankful, like for every single person in the Deadpool thing. He's been posting every day. And even with me, like he literally, you know, he saw that some followers posted like, oh, went to see Deadpool because of the interview. And he was like, thank you so much. Like, I'll do your podcast anytime. Like, and I'm like, he's so cute that he's like thanking me for the like, you know.
Love when they're humble and kind and thoughtful and real humans.
Yeah. So he's legit like that. So I feel bad that like all this backlash is happening, because he was really on top of the world. But I need to try to calm myself down in situations like that and at least tell myself the story of like, you know, how I tell my sister when she goes to a job interview, I'd be like, they need you, you need them, right? Like, it's not like you're begging them. So I try to convince myself that like they're coming on, like they're not doing me a favor,
right?
You know, they're trying to promote their stuff.
You know, when people get like, I don't know what your thing is, and I've talked about this on the podcast before, but when you're like upset about a different area in your life, how does it show up for anxiety in your world? Like, do you get extra like OCD about cleaning, or like, do you have something that you turn to that you're like, oh, this is.
You know what? As you're saying it, I'm like, wait, so you're saying your thing is
picking my, like I go to symmetry on my face.
Stop.
And like pick my body apart.
Like if something else is happening.
Yeah. Like when I'm just chilling and happy and in a good place, I don't do that. But when I'm not and something else is like really bringing me down, I'll turn to that. Yeah.
So it's so weird. My anxiety is so like, I'm an overthinker and like all those things, but my anxiety manifests itself like stupidly just physical. Like it's just like a random, and I know like it's not random, but it's very physiological for me. Like that's why like your cold plunges and your heat saunas scare me, because for me, like I'd go in a cold plunge, my heart rate would like raise or drop or whatever would happen physiologically.
Yep.
And I immediately would notice it because I'm way too connected to my body.
Got it.
Stuff would start happening. I would like, it would get to my head that something's wrong. I would spin out and I'd be in a total. So for me, it's like, it's so physiological. It's crazy. Like
So you could not go in the Pronovo.
I did it.
Oh.
Because I was so wanting to know.
Did you take a little something?
I didn't. So here's the thing with Pronovo that happened to me. I went, didn't realize like you with the headgear and the whatever. Like it's like a football thing and then the thing. And I was like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I walked out.
Yeah.
And then I started having these like really bad headaches, which I'm sure were like environmental or anxiety or whatever. Right. But I was like, let me just do the Pronovo and then I'll be quiet about the headaches. So I went in for the second time.
Yeah.
Still not on something because I'm scared to take stuff because I'm an anxious gal. First of all, I think it depends. Like the person the first time was different. This time the person was like, just made me feel so comfortable. Like if you feel any sort of way, I'll take you out. The first person was like, if you feel any sort of way and you want to get out, just know you'll have to start over. You know, like, so it also depends how someone makes you feel.
That's true. That's true. The guy that I had was lovely.
Yeah. It's like,
he kept telling me how good I was doing. I was like, I'm just laying here. I'm just watching Grey's Anatomy. I'm just watching plane crashes.
But it is. It is nice when people tell you, right?
Yes.
You're doing so good. Thank you.
Yeah. He kept coming into my ear and being like, you doing okay? I'm like, yeah. He's like, you're doing really good. I'm like, oh.
Did you, oh, by the way, I made my husband come with me the second time and hold my foot and squeeze it.
Oh, cute.
And they let me.
Oh,
I'm not sure they would let, I know this, I really like asked for it. And he had, poor thing, like he had to remove all his medals. So he wears glasses, so he couldn't like have his glasses. Like, so he couldn't have his phone. So like the hour, what does it take, an hour and a half?
Sweetheart.
He is. He'll come with me anywhere. But like he wasn't expecting to be like blind, like
blind
without
and bored.
A phone, like squeezing a toe.
Listening to all the noises of the machine.
Oh my God, they gave him like, it was sad for him. You know, I was inside watching New Girl or something, and he was like, squeeze. I was like, remind me I'm not in space, you know?
All right, so being a dog mom to Ramen and Pino means I am literally always on the lookout for the best ways to keep them happy and healthy. And that is why Chewy is my go-to for all things pet related. And when I say they have everything, I mean it, okay? Seriously, they have over 100,000 products from all of the brands that I love and that my dogs love at prices that make me just as happy, whether it's their favorite food, treats, cozy new bed. Chewy's got it all, and it gets shipped right to my door in just a day or two. And one of the best things is the auto ship feature. I never have to worry about running out of essentials like their favorite treats or toys because Chewy just takes care of it. I've set up reoccurring shipments, so I'm never getting that disappointed look from Ramen and Pino when the treat jar is empty. I know you know if you're a dog parent. And if we ever want to switch things up, changing or canceling the order is super easy. Plus, Chewy's customer service is top notch. Their 24/7 support means I can get expert advice anytime. So if Ramen and Pino aren't thrilled with something, then the 100% satisfaction guarantee lets me return it within a year, no questions asked. It's amazing. Chewy really has everything you need to keep your pet happy and healthy. And right now, you can save $20 on your first order with free shipping by going to chewy.com/vine. That's chewy.com/vine. Terms apply, so check out the site for details. Okay, let's talk about something that we all want. Great hair days every day. Could you imagine if you're like me and you've noticed your hair just isn't as thick or strong as it used to be? I do have something that's made a real difference in my hair routine, and that is Nutrafol. I will swear by Nutrafol forever. I used to notice more shedding than I'd like, especially when life got stressful. But since using Nutrafol, I definitely have seen improved hair growth and much less shedding. My hair feels thicker and stronger, and that boost has honestly done wonders for my confidence. My hair has always been something I struggle with. So what I love about Nutrafol is that it's not a one-size-fits-all supplement. It's tailored to address different root causes of hair thinning like stress and hormones. So it's really helping from the inside out. It's also physician formulated with 100% drug-free ingredients, so you know you're giving your hair the best care possible. And if you've noticed your hair is shedding more than usual, or you just want to improve your hair health, Nutrafol has got you covered. Get results that you can run your fingers through. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month's subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code VINE. So find out why over 4,500 healthcare professionals and stylists recommend Nutrafol for healthier hair. Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code VINE. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code VINE.
Okay, well,
we need to tell people. We need to tell people. Regina couldn't get over it. She was with us at the last podcast, and when Caitlin was on mine, at the end, you were telling me just like listen to an audiobook or something, and then you were like, I listened to this audiobook by this author Colleen Hoover. I really like it, and I was like, are you okay? And then I was like, did you are you with us on this planet? And you're like, oh, is the movie out? Meanwhile, there's drama, like headlines daily. You're like, is it out? Oh, I've heard it's coming out.
I'm too busy rewatching Grey's Anatomy. I'm watching reruns over reruns.
No, I love that about you.
And when I scroll, I'm like, I realize I really don't follow a lot of like like news outlets or gossip stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't see much. The only person I really follow is you and like Perez Hilton that will say some stuff. But
Hilton, that's an oldie, babe.
that's an oldie.
Yeah, it's an oldie.
Like, I remember when he used to put like cum shots out of people's mouths.
You know what? I am such a prude that I think that's why like people have their reasons for not liking Perez.
Yeah.
That was my turn off from the site. Like it was too much for me.
Yeah, so
You know what I
he
mean?
changed his ways.
He doesn't do that anymore.
No, Ellen DeGeneres called him out on her show about how crude it was.
Really?
And he made a change. And so now he doesn't do that anymore. But it's more when he talks on his platform, I feel like he's talking to me like I'm a 4-year-old that doesn't like know. Like he's like, well, today. And I'm like, what? You can just, like, I'm not a child.
Yeah.
So I tend to scroll past. But I
Yeah.
saw like a little bit of drama with the Blake Lively
Yeah.
thing. What is the drama? I still don't know.
So,
She didn't get along with somebody.
well, we don't know.
Oh.
But it ends with
So why are you
us
shitting on her?
because the world turns on a dime. No one knows. And the thing that's wild about the Blake Lively thing is like you know how in media there are people that you can talk about and there are people that you can't. They're untouchable.
Yeah.
Like Taylor Swift, untouchable, right?
Mm-hmm.
J-Lo, touchable. You can shit on her all day.
Yeah. Jenny from the block.
Blake was one of those people that you can't touch.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, on a dime. So the way the drama started was people noticed that Justin Baldoni, the other star of the film, along with Blake Lively, and the director wasn't really doing press with them, with any of the cast. Then they noticed that everyone unfollowed him on Instagram. Nobody follows him anymore. He's also one that optioned the book to make it into a movie. So he was super tight with Colleen Hoover.
Yeah.
And she also unfollowed him. So you know something happened.
And they know people are going to
That's the
notice
thing.
this.
Like, can't you just mute him?
Yeah, mute him.
Like I don't understand that unfollow. Like he was popping up for you. It's not like he's a influencer. He's not posting every 5 minutes.
Not interested and mute.
Yes. Anyway, they all unfollowed him. No press together. So obviously something happened. So then the TikTokers start with the green screens and the theories and the whatever. But then it started being like sources that you could tell are like his team, her team. But there are a few theories out there. One is that they saw the movie very differently and she tried to take creative control, brought in Ryan to rewrite some scenes, blah, blah, blah. And that's how the friction started. Now she's putting out, people are assuming, that he fat shamed her and kissed her too long in a kissing scene. Ooh. Then it came out that the fat shaming was actually him just asking the trainer on set how much she weighs because he needed to know for the like picking her up scene because his back is bad.
Okay.
So this is going back and forth now. It's the hottest goss right now because everyone's, I know, like what happened. Also, very important to say, Justin Baldoni, who I didn't even know before this, it was in like Jane the Virgin, but I didn't watch that. His online persona and podcast is about male vulnerability, which is like very different than like fat shaming,
right,
making a woman feel small, all those things.
Yeah.
And people are also mad at Blake Lively because the press tour that they did for this, there's domestic violence in the book, as you know.
Yeah.
She did a lot of like florals and you know, cookie baking, and people are like, this is a movie about domestic violence. You're taking it too lightly. Meanwhile, Justin is doing like panels on that kind of thing. So people are mad at Blake for taking it very kind of lightly and fluffy and frosty. But what do they do now that they've turned on her? They're trying to dig up old stuff. So now an interview where she like was mean to a reporter is coming out.
God.
And it's kind of, I mean, when I say the internet is turning, it's turning in a way that like,
she was on a pedestal for a while.
It's turning in a way that like when the article came out that he fat shamed her, usually people would like, that's it, right?
Yeah.
Now all the comments are like, he has a back problem. Like should know if she's, 130 or 100. And I'm like, in what world? Since when is it okay? Would you imagine that it's okay if a guy was like, how much does she weigh and to pick her up? Like that would have, I'm not saying cancel Justin Baldoni. I'm saying they had probably it was probably bad. The relationship was bad. I don't know exactly who's to blame, but like the fact that the internet decided that Blake Lively's a villain, like I'm telling you, you could tell in these interviews that she's done for the press, like she's a person that thought that she's untouchable.
Yeah.
Because she was.
Yeah.
And watching the internet, for me, I'll always, I don't know if this is like pick me, but like I'll always try to understand the side that's getting the shit.
Yeah, same. I do that too.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do that too.
So I'm like, everyone's pro Justin Baldoni. I'm not trying to be against Justin Baldoni. I'm not angry with him, but I'm trying to think of Blake at home right now with my friend Ryan.
Yeah.
And what they're going through, that she's just getting completely
It's like
bashed online. And like people think these people don't care. Oh, believe me, she's probably dying. She probably thought this was the biggest movie of her career.
Totally.
The biggest break ever. She's been gearing up for it. She started filming it when she was like 2 seconds postpartum. And boom, like you're a villain. Everyone's turning on you.
And like you're wearing florals because she was probably trying to play the character, like show up as the character instead of Blake.
Well, the audience thinks that she should be talking more about domestic violence on this press tour. And I'm trying to be the devil's advocate, which I know is annoying. And I was like, okay, I love the movie enough with J-Lo.
Yeah.
Do you remember it?
Yeah, of course.
I don't know if she was like, she probably went on Jimmy Fallon and did the Tonight Show.
Probably were doing jokes.
Yeah, and they were probably doing jokes.
Yeah.
Like, what is in today's culture that we're like so quick to just and
It actually is terrifying.
and granted, if you watch her interviews in that light, you'll be like, okay, she could have taken the subject maybe a little bit more seriously. The PR could have been smarter and say, okay, let's start off the press tour and at least address and give the phone number for domestic violence.
Right.
Something. I think she went into it very like, this is my year, my movie, amazing, fun, light, blah, blah, blah. And it's so weird how even the hugest stars with the hugest teams miss such an obvious thing to do that would have saved her, right?
Right.
Because even if all this Justin stuff happened, if she would have done the press tour, even with a little bit of just acknowledgement of the DV stuff, then I feel like people would have been easier. I think that together with interviews not addressing it, and when she is asked about it, she says stuff like, Lily is more than just that. Like, she's a strong woman. It doesn't define her. And then people with a history of domestic violence or anything come and say, like, it's such a big deal. You can't minimize it. So, I mean, she can't win right now.
No,
Like,
I
I just posted today, like, if he murdered her, like, people would be like, well, you know, she deserves it. Like, we're at that point.
Which is so insane.
Yeah.
That's insane. I feel so bad too because I still want to know why everyone unfollowed. Like, there's got to be a reason.
Right. That's what I
but
want to
we're
know.
forgetting,
Yeah.
Like, she's probably sitting at home biting her tongue as well, being like,
So
I just
hard.
want to, you know.
You could never.
Oh,
You would post and delete.
yeah, I would be like, send, delete,
Yeah.
screenshots everywhere
But
on Reddit.
All these celebrities have to be so restrained. Like, you're sitting at home, you know the truth, whatever it is, and you have to watch this play out. You have to watch the TikTokers with the green screens. That just pisses me off because everyone comes on like an expert, like they know what happened.
Plus, they see, okay, well, that went viral, so now I'm going to talk about it
Yeah.
because it's the talked about thing.
Right.
So then it's like a snowball effect where everyone's talking about it now because they saw this one influencer get a lot of attention from it, so then they're doing it, and it's just like a whole thing.
Yeah, and it's actually a really good movie if you could go watch it.
Well, I'm going to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't
you
wait to go watch
should,
it.
yeah.
One of my favorite things in life to do is go to a movie theater by myself, watch
Thank you.
and take a little bit of an edible and have a little glass of wine and eat
Both.
popcorn. Yeah.
Okay.
But just I only like half of an edible. I can't do a full one.
Yeah.
And then
How'd you figure it out? You took a full and then what
Oh.
happened?
I'll never forget. I was in Seattle. I'd never taken an edible in my life, and I took half, and then like 40 minutes later, I was like, well, I don't feel anything. And the second I put the other half of my mouth
Yeah.
and swallowed, I went, uh-oh. And then I
Stop.
was like, oh shit, I just took another half. And I had to go to the airport.
Oh my
And I
God,
was
Caitlin.
literally
This is
walking-
another story of yours that will give me anxiety.
I
Yeah.
was walking through the airport literally like in a dream. And I didn't like even realize what was happening. And I almost missed my flight because I went into the Delta Lounge and just started like eating food. Like was like, wait, I gotta get on a flight. And then I just slept the whole flight. It was amazing.
Oh, so it was good.
Yeah, it was great.
Oh.
I mean, I was a little freaked out when I was walking through the airport because I was like, I didn't know how to function in an airport. But I was happy to get on like a 5-hour flight because I could just, I mean, that could have been bad. I could have
Yeah, I
had
was
like
gonna
full
say-
panic,
Yeah, I was gonna say like
For
that.
5 hours?
Yeah.
but I just snoozed it off.
Good.
Yeah. But anyways, movie by myself. I'm going to go watch that movie.
You are good. I wanted
This
to go
weekend.
by myself, but other things happened.
Well, you're also a busy working mom
No.
of 2.
I am. But that's what's nice about a movie during the day is like I was like, this is so smart. Like while Noah's at school
Yeah.
or at camp
Yeah.
or whatever, I was like, let me go and like it's not bedtime that's like super crazy. So
Yeah.
during the day, I'm really into it.
Oh my gosh. I always think, because you grew up, like you were born and raised in New York.
Mm-hmm.
I always think that's so cool. Like, I'm like, wow, you
well, it was. I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like now you're raising 2 kids in New York.
Yeah.
Do you love that?
I do. I don't want to leave. It's a thing in New York. I don't know how it is in other cities where if you have 2 kids, then it's like, well, you got to move out of
to
here.
The burbs.
Yeah. And like, I don't want to.
You don't have to.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but it's like a thing that happens.
That's like my dream to have like theater kids and like grow up in New York City.
Theater kids?
Yeah, I want theater kids.
What does that mean?
Like they're in musical theater. Like they want to be on Broadway.
Do you want your
They like
kids?
have a family band.
Well, the thing is about New York is like I've lived here for so many years, but I've been so uncultured, and I realized in the past like year like Broadway is really only here and like in London. Like go, get your ass to see some shows, you know?
Have to.
I know. But I love living in New York, and what people don't get that don't live here is like, you know, we're right now in Soho, right?
Yeah.
So it's like crazy and gross on the street and like dirty.
It's really gross.
Obviously walking by here with a stroller isn't a vibe, but like there are neighborhoods that are
There's
so
the
kid
cutest
friendly.
neighborhoods.
That are so like clean and nice and quiet, and like there are parks that everyone's with their stroller and their kids. So I really feel like where I live is like super, like feels like not overwhelming at all. I love being able to go downstairs and walk. I love that there is a drugstore, a laundromat, a
Literally
dry
everything.
cleaner, a wine, everything. My eyebrow girl, my wax, like everything is walkable.
Yeah.
So to ever change that would be such a weird feeling for me.
Even like just moving from like Vancouver was the big city that I lived downtown for 11 years. Moving outside of living at downtown where everything is literally at your fingertips, I was like, this sucks. But now I'm like, I cannot imagine living in like a city, like not having a backyard and a house.
Water or running water.
Or running water. What is that? Yesterday I say running water. I did. That was on yours. Damn it. I was like, what did I say?
No, you were just like that you need water. And then you're like, not running water, like a lake or something. But wait, is there a lake in Nashville?
There's like dirty rivers.
Wait, so that's what I was trying to think. Like, what were you talking about? What waters?
I want to live on the water.
Okay, but you're not living on it now.
No.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I want to live by water. I think I'm supposed to live by the water.
Did a shaman say that to you?
Yeah, of course. I've had 2 mediums tell me I need to live by the water.
Stop. Are you being serious?
Yeah.
2
I
mediums
also have
said
been
that?
told by 3 mediums that I have a baby girl energy just waiting to be born. So like if I have unprotected sex, I'm getting pregnant with the girl. So
Really?
that'll be the thing.
Then you'll know. Then you'll know if the mediums were right.
If I have unprotected sex and I get pregnant and it's a girl and it's all that easy, I'm going to be like, I believe in mediums forever.
Yeah.
But if I have a tough
boy?
time getting pregnant or
Why? They told you that it won't be tough?
Yeah, 3 of them.
Told you what?
That like
That she's waiting for insemination?
like fertile, ready to go.
Stop.
That it's like right there. So I got to be careful because it'll happen.
3 different mediums told you the same
3.
thing?
3. And that and all 3 said it was a girl energy.
Did you ask about it?
Probably once.
Huh.
But I was like on the 3rd one, I was like, oh my God. Because but that's weird.
Yeah.
Do you believe in mediums?
I would.
If this happens to me,
Yeah.
you'll believe.
Well, I had Teresa Caputo on the pod.
Oh, yes. Same.
You had her on
Yeah.
before?
Yeah.
And it was so funny because, I mean, not funny, but her PR was like, don't ask her to do a reading on you. Like, if she feels it,
She'll do it.
she'll do it.
Yeah.
Like, you can't like force it. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But the girl that works with me was there, and she told me on the way that her friend died during COVID, which is super scary.
awful.
Like a young friend died during COVID. She was
From
telling-
COVID?
Yes.
Oh, shit. That's sad.
And she was telling me about this like thing that they did for her with like balloons in the sky. And she was like, I really hope like Teresa.
Picks
And
up
I
on
was
something.
like, you can't ask her because
Yeah.
like I was told not to, you know. And she did.
What'd she say? I just got goosies.
She said about the balloons and stuff. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, it's wild. And also I was thinking like, is she not reading me because I'm not a believer? Because I came into it like,
Closed off energy?
yeah. And like, let's see what you're about kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I love her, by the way. She's awesome.
Yeah.
She came into it being like, I hope she reads me. And she didn't know that, right? But she came into it being like, I hope she reads me. I really want to connect with like my friend, blah, blah, blah. And she did. She randomly looks at her and goes like, you know, what happened to your friend? She was young, right? It was like did the whole thing. And then it was like, you just did a something for her, right? With your friends. And it was crazy.
Oof.
So I guess it is real.
I mean, I get so upset when I start thinking about how maybe it's not because I want to believe it so bad. But I think like I'm going to a magic show tonight and I start thinking, okay, well, magic obviously is not real. Like there's something to do. Like same thing with, I had Oz Perlman on, the mind reader. Everyone thinks it's Oz, but apparently it's Oz. And
is he Israeli? Probably.
I think so.
That's like an Israeli name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He must be.
Yeah.
And he was like, literally guessed my bank pin and
what?
Yeah, but I'm like, what does it just come into your head? Like, how are you a mind reader? He's like, it's a practice. It's like magic. I know to do certain things. I see certain things. And he goes,
wait, he guessed your bank code for realsies?
For realsies. But guessed it. Like he goes, write down a number, and he goes, any number that comes to your mind off the top of your head that I would like. Not your bank code, not your phone number, like 4 numbers that he goes, just think of it, go. And I was like, 4982. I don't know.
Yeah.
And so he wrote that down. And then he was like, well, I know you wouldn't say 4 if it started with 4. So it's not 4. And then he guessed it right away. I think it's this. And I was like, what? So there's something. But with mediums, I'm like, is it magic? Like, is it that kind of magic?
Right. Well, Teresa says that like somebody, you know.
Like talks to her.
Yeah.
I had Tyler Henry also on my podcast.
Oh, you did?
But it was the same thing. They're like, don't ask him for a reading. And at the end, I was like, anything coming up for you? And he's like, I don't have my pen and paper here because he can only do it if he's scribbling. And I was like, come on, man. Yeah. So I don't know. I do believe, though.
Wait. But that's also a little weird because, like, what do you mean? Like, on his show, they take him to guess and they force him to do it. So why can't he be forced to do it there?
I don't know. And you would, because he doesn't know what guest he's going to be seeing, apparently.
Supposedly, yeah.
So I was like, well, he could have done all his research on me and came up with something.
He could have been prepared for this one. Yeah.
Could have just done a quick Google search or something. But he was like, I don't have my pen and paper. I was like, well. But yeah, Teresa actually, I can't remember exactly what happened, but she was like, your dog really senses your friend's energy that passed. And as she said it, she goes, is your dog reacting right now? And I look over at Ramen and he just looks at me and starts barking. And I was like, oh, yes. And she found a penny that day. And she said, for some reason, I like hung on to it. And that's always my friend Lindsay that died in a car accident always said she was going to leave pennies if she ever died.
That is wild.
Yeah. So like certain things like that. I'm like, how could you?
No, she couldn't have.
But how does the guy guess my bank code?
That's what I'm saying. Then I believe. I'm a believer.
That's I want to believe. And I've had, of course I have, experienced like ghosts and spirits around me.
Really?
Yeah. At my mom's old house, if I laid on the couch, I could feel like people around me. But and that's only happened to me one other time in Newfoundland.
In where?
Newfoundland.
Is that in Canada?
Yeah.
That's how you say it?
Well, you can say Newfoundland, but it's Newfoundland.
Oh.
Yeah.
You sound like Swedish.
Oh.
Newfoundland.
That's more Irish, I think.
Newfoundland.
But I was laying in bed and I could feel an animal pawing on me. I'm not kidding. I'm not lying. I felt like paws like pressing on my chest when I laid down in this house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then did you find anything out?
No.
Just accepted it.
Yeah. And it happened to me almost every night.
In a random house that you were at in Newfoundland?
I lived there. I lived there for like 6 months. And in this house, yeah. And it was like an old house.
And you were okay. You were like, okay, just the...
That freaked me out. But I was like, well, what can I do about it? So I would try and like surrender to it. Be like, show your face, cat. Like, I want to see a dead cat walking around here. I don't know. I wanted to like see it and be like, okay, I'm not crazy, but it happened to me all the time. And on my mom's couch, there's like 2 specific places I can remember where I could feel people's footsteps around me. And when my friend died, I had home videos of her and I dancing together growing up. And I put it in my mom's like VCR. Is that what it is? I
I think.
Yeah.
A VHS and
VHS.
a VCR.
Yeah. I put it in the VHS and I started crying because it was so sad. And the VCH just like spat out the tape. Whatever. The tape spit out and the TV turned off. And I was like, okay. And my mom was with me and my mom was like, holy shit. And then I was like, is she doing that because like I'm sad? And so I like tried to put it back in and watch again. And as soon as I started crying, spat out, TV turned off. Happened 3 times. And my mom was like, oh my God. My other friend was there too. And we were like, this is crazy. And then I had a dream because my mom is like an OCD anal beautiful woman. I know she's watching. But she
watches your pods?
Oh, yes.
She listens to all of them?
Yes. She gets on her little treadmill and goes for a walk and listens. And she's like crazy about like anything being left plugged in or turned on. Like everything has to. So she would never do this. I woke up it was the morning. My mom was a teacher and I woke up and my mom had come home for lunch at like 11 a.m. and I had been like out the night before, so I was sleeping in. And I had this dream about my girlfriend and she was in this white dress and it was my girlfriend that passed and she was like, you need to wake up. And I was like, but you're in my dream. I don't want to wake up. Like, I miss you. And so I tried to stay asleep to like stay in my dream. And she was like, no, you need to wake up. And then she left and I woke up and I was like, that was weird. And I was like, well, I want to fall back asleep. Like, but she told me I had to get up. I walked upstairs. My upstairs was like on fire. There was smoke just like coming out of the oven. My mom had put a burner a burner cover back on the burner and didn't turn the burner off. And it was just smoking everywhere.
Oh my God.
And I was like, okay, Angel.
Okay, Angel.
Yeah. So I'm like, I don't know. There's just been things that have happened.
I wonder if you're going to get more woo-woo with the years.
I hope so. I hope I just turn into this like.
I know you told me the crystal lady.
Yeah. I just want to be a witch.
I think you're on the way.
Cool. Cool. Maybe I'll start like. Also, mediums always tell me that I have the gift, that I need to tap into it. And I'm like, well, I don't want to like see dead people and hear them talking to me.
Yeah.
That seems
But you're like,
much.
I did have a cat crawl on me, so I'm close.
But maybe I'm an animal spirit reader and I could get down with that.
That would make sense for you.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, if there's one thing that I have learned in my 30s, it's that glowing, radiant skin makes everything better. That's why I'm so excited to share one of my favorite skincare brands with you, Oak Essentials. And let's talk about that effortless summer radiance that we all want. Oak Essentials gives me just that with their moisture-rich skincare, bringing that spa experience right into my home. Seriously, why pay $200 for a facial when you can give yourself one with these amazing products over and over again? I've been obsessed with their moisture-rich balm. It is like nothing I've ever used before. The texture is just like silky and smooth, and it melts into my skin, leaving it hydrated and luminous. And their Dew body oil, oh my gosh, it's literally liquid gold in a bottle. It is perfect for that head to toe glow. I love a head to toe glow, and it absorbs instantly, so no waiting around to get dressed. Oak Essentials is all about clean, luxurious skincare that's simple and effective, and they use the best ingredients, no nasties here. Plus, their products are cruelty-free, non-GMO, and organic whenever possible, so you can feel good about what you're putting on your skin and the earth that we share. So say hello to clean, spa quality skincare essentials that deliver a moisture-rich glow. My listeners, you're going to get 15% off your first order, and only this month, they're offering a free full-sized balancing mist, which is a $44 value on every first order when you use code VINE15 at checkout. That's 15% off plus a $44 gift with your first order at OAK Essentials, ESSENTIALS.com. Promo code VINE15. So go ahead, treat yourself, get your best skin this summer with Oak Essentials. Off the Vine is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Let's face it, sometimes multitasking is overwhelming. Like when your favorite podcast is playing, the person next to you is talking, your car fan's blasting, you're trying to find the perfect parking spot. But then again, sometimes multitasking is easy, like quoting with Progressive Insurance. They do all the hard work of comparing rates so you can find a great rate that works for you, even if it's not with them. Give their nifty little comparison tool a try, and you might just find that getting the rate and coverage you deserve is easy. All you need to do is visit Progressive's website to get a quote with all the coverage coverages you want, like comprehensive and collision coverage or personal injury protection. And then you'll see Progressive's direct rate, and their tool will provide options from other companies all lined up, ready to compare, so it's simple to choose the rate and coverages you like. Press play on comparing auto rates, quote at progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Okay, I have a rapid fire thought game. So I'm going to tell you something. You just have to tell me.
Oh, no.
No right and wrong answers, just whatever you think.
Yeah.
Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck's marriage.
Makes me sad.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I know I was saying before there are people that people hate. I don't hate J-Lo.
Yeah.
And I think I feel bad for her because I think she's a person that just wants to be loved.
I agree.
In general, like by partners and by the world.
Yeah.
And she doesn't get the love from the world. Every partner kind of that ended.
Yeah.
And Ben was this beautiful like rekindling.
I know.
And something happened there. Why aren't we spinning about that?
Yeah, why aren't we spinning about that?
I don't know. Because I think people are just like, she's crazy.
Yep.
Like,
of course.
you know.
Can't be him.
Yeah.
It's obviously her.
Yeah. She probably drove him crazy and,
Yeah.
you know, was insane and whatever. But like, it is sad because them getting back together was a moment.
Well, I think all of the divorced children out there were like, mom and dad are getting back together.
Yeah.
You know, like I always love those are my favorite books to read too, when like it's an old romance and they like always come back to each other.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yes.
So I'm like, maybe people are more sad.
But
than
it
we
is
think.
wild that they like waited so many years till they're like 50s.
I know.
Got back together and like it still is not gonna work.
Well, it's probably the same shit.
It's probably the same shit.
Yeah. Okay. What about Hailey Bieber becoming a mom?
Cute.
Oh, we don't love Bieber? Hailey Bieber?
No, I just no. I mean, do you feel like out of your skin about it?
Only because I think I was supposed to be with Justin Bieber.
So you do.
So I'm like, good for you.
I feel like a lot of women feel like they should have been with Justin Bieber.
I have like vivid
First of all,
dreams
by the way,
about it.
I saw a DM that someone was like, "Wake up, Hailey Bieber gave birth." So I like Googled like Hailey Bieber gave birth, and I was like, no. So no, she didn't. But first of all, she gave birth now. I would be like, what? Because the last time I saw her bump, I would be not bump jealous because I liked my big bump, but it's wild when you see just like a tiny. But then people say like the girls with the tiny bump want the big bump. They get upset about the tiny bump. But I don't know. She doesn't have like pregnant face. She didn't get any of the things, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, I worry.
She's
for
a JoJo
Justin.
Fletcher.
She's a JoJo Fletcher.
Just like beautiful,
Just perfect
and
all the time.
Yeah.
Doesn't fart for sure.
No, she definitely doesn't fart.
But I worry for Justin because, like,
Tell me why.
I don't know. I don't know if he's good.
Oh, I don't think so.
I just saw this like paparazzi, which, like, by the way, out of respect, I didn't post it because it's like I feel bad. But he was like being mean to kids at like a mall. Like he gets away with what he wears, right? But he looked like pretty ridiculous, and he was just yelling at these kids like, "Get out of here! Go away!" And kids like with iPhones, like kids though, you know, it wasn't like mean paparazzi. And it's on.
What did he think? Going to a mall. You're Justin Bieber. You can't just go to a mall and not have kids.
And I understood him.
You.
I've seen him say that to people. I've seen a clip of him. Probably a lot of people have seen this where they were waiting outside his house and he
like,
said,
"This is my home."
That was okay.
Yeah.
I'm totally okay with that. But in this video, he's literally like, "Come on, get away! Like, what do you want?" So I don't know if he's in the best space. And they're having a baby, and I'm like, I wonder if they're like kind of the couple to have a baby to like save
I feel
things.
like they're so in love though.
They are. I'm sure there's a lot of like love and lust, but I wonder if like with the love and lust, like there's probably issues because he has issues.
Well, I've seen. I have not seen what. I have a friend who is like mutual friends with them, and they've spent a lot of time with them, and apparently like they're just quite in love and like happy together. But I think they're like each other's like safe space.
Yeah.
And like other people, I feel like he's like
he doesn't like other people.
Yeah. I think he's traumatized.
By everyone probably. I mean, it did seem like when he got with her that she was just that like angel sent to him to like kind of she just seems uncomplicated.
Yeah.
She doesn't have like mental health issues, I feel like.
No,
You know?
I agree.
I don't think she has
She
anxiety.
seems just like such a, an angel. She's a little peacemaker. Or
yeah,
something.
like breezing through life.
Yeah.
But like it's hard. I wonder how hard it is to be a person that suffers from probably everything possible, Justin, and a person that like is
she's a
breezy.
caretaker. She's probably always needs to be with people like that. 'Cause
Yeah.
She's probably a number 2 on the Enneagram scale.
You know
The
your
helper.
number. I get asked my number all the time, but I don't feel like taking the test.
That is spoken like a true 3. No, I don't know. I actually don't know what that would make.
Wait, are you a
but
7?
No, I'm a 4, the individualist. I'm very sensitive, very like need to feel special and unique, but
Mhm.
also I'm a 3 wing, so I'm like a competitive hard worker and like go-getter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm both.
You took the test.
It's like every year I take it to see if I've changed.
Oh, yeah? Have you?
Yeah, I used to be more of a 3 with a 4 wing. Now I'm more of a 4 with a 3 wing.
Huh. Is it a long test?
No, and it's fun. Get to know
Okay.
yourself. Take yourself on a little date.
And do my NN?
I love taking myself on a date. Yeah, like
Yeah?
a movie. Go see a movie and do your Enneagram test and have a glass of wine. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
I'm curious. And then text me immediately.
My Enneagram?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, you're an Enneagram. Okay, what about Taylor Swift? What are your thoughts on Taylor Swift?
I love her music.
Yeah,
I do. Like,
Yeah.
who doesn't?
It's
Like,
amazing.
it's
it's beautiful.
what is that Bob Iver?
Oh, Bon Iver. What are you, Caitlin? Who are you, Caitlin Bristow?
Bon.
Bon.
Oh,
Yeah.
I made him a Bob. That's not nice.
Bob Iver.
Oh,
That's amazing.
I love that song.
Yeah.
Like all of her songs, and I relate and I connect, even though I haven't had a boyfriend and like those kinds of issues in 15 years. But I think the Swifties annoy me a little bit. You know, I think that like the fact that it annoys me that the internet is so crazy. So it
Yeah.
annoys me that like there are people that, you know, can't say anything without being shat on, like the Kardashians and
Yeah.
Kim and
Yeah.
and there are people like Taylor where you can't say anything, even like I can't be like, oh, didn't love that outfit. You'll be murdered.
Oh, you will be murdered.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's crazy to me.
Yeah.
So
I'm even worried that you just said the Swifties
No,
annoy you. I'm
I
like,
know they'll come for me. But I've said it before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think that she's like obviously like the most talented human on the planet.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
And she's a brilliant businesswoman. And she's
Oh my
surrounded herself with
God.
good people.
The fact that she made, who did I explain this to the other day? Somebody that didn't care. You know, this is what I do. I love, oh, you know what it was? It was like, was it the trainer? Yeah. So I have 2 life hacks. I've just started working out. Yes, go me.
Oh,
2
nice.
life hacks to not work out as much. Be late to it.
Okay.
So you have to do less time.
Yeah.
Didn't work for me. He just was like,
Went
oh,
over.
we started now.
Yeah.
And we'll just do an hour.
Yeah.
Second thing is I talk to him a lot. I'll like stop in between and be like, huh? And then I'll like waste some time, which is jokes on me because I'm paying for it.
Do you hate working out?
Well, like, no, I'm getting into it now.
Yeah.
But like when I started, I didn't love it.
That makes sense.
But now I kind of am like really proud of myself
Good for you.
for someone that doesn't work out to be like working out.
Well, and it probably like mentally makes you feel better.
It is a nice, I wouldn't go that far.
Oh.
I'm not there yet.
Just kidding.
I'm not there yet. I know people say it. I'm like, wow, mental.
I feel like a 10 out of 10 after a workout.
really.
I could be like in a bad place.
Yeah.
And if I go do a workout, I come out of it. And
Well, you started going harder, I feel like I've seen. No?
I started going hard before Dancing with the Stars so that I was in the best shape of my
We're
life.
not talking about 5
What?
years ago.
Oh, that's what I'm. Oh.
No, I feel like now I've seen you post like workout stuff.
Well, yeah, I still go hard.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
that's
you
for-
said from since then
Yeah.
you've been going hard?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Not like a lately thing?
Nope.
Huh.
Yeah, I've always kind of been like that for the last, I would say, a few years.
Like what? You work out consistently every week, a few times a week?
hmm
Good for you.
I probably work out 4 times a week.
Did it change your body?
Heavy lifting changed my body.
Huh.
Yeah. Do you lift weights?
Well, I
What is your
literally
trainer?
just started.
Oh, lift weights. It's the best thing for your body. Like, I love feeling strong. Like, I love lifting heavy and being like, holy shit, I did that. And I feel like I notice it the most in my body and my brain.
Mm.
Yeah, it's good.
Mm.
You'll
So
get
to
there.
him, I was trying to talk about Taylor Swift, and I was
Oh,
just
right.
saying the businesswoman thing. I'm like, her secret of like making the world feel like they know her, but she actually isn't giving you guys anything.
No.
Like every post of hers is promotional. She's never in her life shared something secret with you. She's just writing songs that you assume are personal.
Yeah.
And she puts the little Easter eggs and everyone's like, I know her.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, that is motherfucking genius.
She is like,
That's genius.
I feel like I was trying to think about, because I'm obsessed with Princess Diana and I like love every book about her or like any movie that's ever been done. I just think she was perfect. And I think of like, who would be the person that if they died, the world would mourn? And I'm like, it's Taylor Swift. She's like the icon of our generation.
Wow, she is. I mean, people were saying like it's explaining it to our parents like the Beatles.
Yeah.
Which is nice because it's like woman, you know,
Right.
and it is nice to have that. But it's crazy to think about like we know about what she did, if it was thought out, if it was a calculated move, or if this came naturally. Whatever it is, it's an insane thing.
I was listening to the lyrics of a couple songs and I'm like, that's relatable, but there's no chance you were on with a guy who has a roommate and you're drinking screwed top cheap rosé. You know? She's like,
thought about that?
Yeah, because I'm like, she's your roommate's cheap ass screw top rosé. That's how. And I'm like, there's no chance that
Wait,
you
Caitlin, that
were sleeping with no chance you're sleeping with a guy who has a roommate while you're drinking cheap rosé.
Yeah,
no chance.
Not drinking cheap,
But relatable.
But well, so here's her other thing is like being relatable. So all these people think she's like them. And I think all these people see her vulnerability in her songs and they're like, she went through that. People hurt her. Like she's perfect and people hurt her and left her and broke up with her. And like she's just like us.
Yeah.
You know? So
That's why I like her. I feel like she's a quirky, relatable queen.
She definitely is quirky, and she
Yeah.
definitely is like relatable in the sense that she's not Hailey Bieber, right?
Yeah, she's just
she doesn't
she's
come
kinda
out
like a
looking
little
like
dork.
straight out of a catalog.
Yeah.
She comes out looking like
Like she might have
Abercrombie.
done her own makeup, and
Right.
which I love.
Yeah.
And like maybe she cut her own bangs.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Right.
But it's relatable.
Yeah, she's not putting up a picture of glam, you know?
No.
Yeah.
No. And she's never in like a bathing suit.
She always does the same cat eye.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, she's very also consistent. The cat eye, the red lip, and the bangs.
You're right. I would love to see her rock a bob with no bangs. I think she would look fire.
What, like middle part raw dog, a bob?
Yeah. Wait,
Raw dog a
you
bob.
grew out your bob.
I'm growing it out.
You didn't like it.
No, I did. But I looked at pictures of myself with a lot. First of all, when I'm pregnant, I wonder what's going to happen when, God willing, you are pregnant. But you can't really change anything, right? You can't do the Botox, you can't do whatever.
Yeah.
So you can't even do, no, you can do a spray tan. I don't know what else you could change. You can't lose weight, can't get, like, you are who you are. You're stuck
Yeah, you gotta
with it.
lean in.
So the only thing you could do is cut your hair. So that's why I did a bob when I was pregnant. And then I see like photos pop up when I had my long, luscious hair. And I'm like, I want it back. Yeah.
I'll never have long, luscious hair though.
You're done?
I just
Oh,
not capable.
It was long, not luscious, you mean?
It wasn't. It was long and fake. I've never. Yeah, if I had long hair, it was fake.
But it wasn't a bob.
No, my hair is like usually to here,
Yeah.
but it's just like scraggly little like.
Have you tried the supplements?
I'm all over Nutrafol. It's the only reason I literally have the craziest growth in my hair right now that I can't wait for like in a year when I think it will finally get to where this
It'll be
is.
like a layer of Nutrafol.
I literally have like this much regrowth right now.
Really?
From Nutrafol. And did we talk about we talked about this on my big wine guy Zoom call too.
Talk about, oh my God, we did. Wow. Are they sponsoring you?
Yes.
Okay, good.
But I also religiously I've taken Nutrafol and I haven't missed a day in 3 years.
That's crazy.
I literally will not miss a day.
Good for you.
Because I have and you got to keep going because it's about consistency.
I try to be consistent.
I'm trying to be Taylor Swift over here with being consistent. And so I'm like really committed to the regrowth.
But
And
you
then
think you're going to bob it every time it grows out? You're going to cut it to this length?
until all of that regrowth is at the same level. And then I want to see if I can get it long.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's a journey.
The way you're picturing this, I feel like is not how hair works, but I hope it is.
I also want to get a transplant.
Of what?
Hair.
Oh, I thought boobs. I got worried.
No. I want a hair transplant.
Actually, should I connect you? I've been getting these emails, and I'm like, I don't need that. Like,
I do.
They keep on reaching out to me. They want to collab for collab.
Shut up.
Do you want the collab for collab?
It's a collab, and it's for a hair transplant.
Yeah.
I do want that.
Oh, send the collab your way.
Okay, send a collab my way, please. I am so freaking down. I want eyebrow.
Wait, no, you don't.
Why?
What do you mean?
Have you ever seen Chrissy Teigen did it? It's
and I don't like it.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, you don't like her brows?
No.
Oh, okay. I won't do that. But I do want. I would like more hair.
You want it lower?
I would like a little bit lower here, and then like in here maybe.
I
don't know. Just give me.
Yesterday you said bluff.
Yeah.
Today you said hair.
Yeah, both.
Both.
I want a bluff and a hair transplant. I do.
And I feel like for you, when you want something, like it's gonna happen at some point.
Well, yeah.
It's not maybe.
I would totally talk about a hair transplant if I ever did one.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't keep it private. You wouldn't say it's from the Nutrafol. You mean?
Especially not if it's a collab.
If it's a collab, you'll be posting up the wazoo.
But I won't do a collab for the bluff. I'll do that. I'll take that in
You're
my
not going to do a collab for the bluff?
No, because that's
you don't
too
want
risky.
it for free.
Yeah.
Well, Shannon's, was it a collab? Or she just posted
No,
him?
I don't know.
Because he did a good job.
Who did? Oh, she went to someone in New York.
No. I think a different state.
Oh, tell everyone where they could listen to your podcast and where to follow you, even though I know everyone already does.
No.
Well, go listen to her interview with me. I was humbled to go after Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, she went after Ryan Reynolds. Listen to the pod with Caitlin on Not Skinny But Not Fat, and also the pod with Ryan Reynolds.
So good.
And episodes every Tuesday.
He's funny.
Yeah, he was so cute.
So cute.
He made a video for Noah too, for my son. Yeah. I know people are gonna be mad. I let Noah accidentally watch Deadpool once when he was sick.
Aw.
So it was the first time I could tell him about a guest, and me trying to get into that had me trying to explain to Noah what I do and he's for. So it got kind of complicated, but I was basically like, I'm meeting Deadpool, you know?
And was he like, cool?
He was so excited. And then he made a video for him. And then I bought this mask because I'm an idiot. So I bought a Deadpool mask for the interview. And then I brought it home and I wanted to impress Noah even more. So I was like, and he brought this mask for you. But it wasn't. It was my mask.
Yeah, but.
Yeah.
And Noah thought he brought it for him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute.
I know. Imagine he's 25 and I'm like, that day I lied. Yeah. But thank you. It's always fun to pod with you, babe.
So fun. God, I could do this for hours.
I'm Caitlin Bristow. I'll see you next Tuesday. See you next Tuesday.
Summer might be wrapping up, but Pluto TV's Summer of Cinema is still going strong with hundreds of free movies. It's never too late to join an epic adventure with Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Step up your movie game with Stomp the Yard. Get in the ring with Nacho Libre. Or set a course for the stars with Star Trek. Every Star Trek. Download the Pluto TV app now while the sun still shines on Pluto TV's Summer of Cinema. Stream now, pay never.
What if I told you that I just walked away from a wonderful and very high-profile fitness brand to pursue bigger dreams?
And I broke away from my own golden handcuffs to pursue a more artistic life.
What's up? I'm Kendall Toole.
And I'm Gailey Alex, and we are so excited to share our new podcast, Wholeheartedly with Kendall and Gailey.
The two of us have taken the uncharted path and felt we were at a great place, or at least at a pivot point in our lives, to share our biggest tragedies and triumphs.
So that everyone here with us can learn from our battles, victories, and our total F-ups. And that's from two people who have really been through it.
Good Lord, yes. We're both still navigating life, and we want you to come along on the journey so we can stay in the fight to overcome whatever BS is thrown our way.
It's not easy out here, but we'll be walking and talking with you through building careers, self-worth, relationships.
Oh, and get some good laughs, please.
Or tears. There's tears.
That's true. There's always tears. That's true.
All with our hearts on the line. So if this sounds additive to your journey, we are here for you. Join us every week on Wholeheartedly with Kendall and Gailey.
Wholeheartedly will be available July 17th. Listen and subscribe wherever you get your podcast.